what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the movie Venom. Now of course this is based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name. And you know, kind of like an off and on enemy of Spider-Man. And this is actually my all-time favorite Spider-Man villain, you know. So that's another reason why I was kind of anticipating this film. But I must admit, when I first saw like the trailers for the film, you know, I thought the Venom himself would be kind of cool. But I must admit, I didn't think that this would be an entertaining movie. And surprisingly, it turns out that I did enjoy this film. You know, I really am shocked, you know, not overly shocked, you know, but I am surprised that I did enjoy this movie, you know. And it's probably because I really like know the character very well, you know. So I kind of believe that's probably why I did enjoy the film, you know, as much as I did, you know. Now there's like some moments in that I didn't kind of agree with, and some of the visuals at times weren't really too good. But overall, I thought it was pretty good, and I thought everybody was like relishing and enjoying their role too as well. Like Tom Hardy in the role of like Eddie Brock Venom, you know, I thought he did a pretty good job in that role. You could tell like he's having fun in the role too, and so on, you know. Now, when I went to see the film, they actually gave me like this comic book too as well, and it looks like it's actually the film itself, you know, but it kind of ends at a certain point. It looks like it's telling like the actual story of the film, you know. And I think these are limited, you know. They just had them at the local theater that I had went to, you know. Oh, and I saw it in IMAX too as well. I was also surprised at how interesting the story itself was too as well, you know. Being that, you know, it kind of touches on like what Venom was, like the symbiote, you know, because we all know that he's actually like an alien, you know, like the actual symbiote itself, you know. And when the film opens, like this is like spoiler territory, you know. You have like a ship coming towards like Earth, and they just came back from a mission, you know. And this has like ties into the actual like storyline from the comics too, which I think was kind of cool, you know. And they're bringing back the actual like symbiote itself, and of course something happens. Like the symbiote escapes, you know, then like the spaceship crashes into Earth, you know, and the symbiote gets out and it gets into like a person, you know, like a host, you know. It finds out this host, like this like lady, I think she's like a cop or something like that, you know. Yeah, because she's like Asian too, if I'm not mistaken. And then that's where it kind of continues on. Now that part right there, it has like a later connection to the film, you know, like what's going on with the film itself, you know. But I'm not gonna really go into all that because it's kind of spoiler territory, you know. Now, eventually, we get to see Eddie Brock too as well. You know, he awakens in bed with like his girlfriend known as Anne, I think Wayne, because she's played by Michelle Williams. Now, I wasn't really too familiar with her like character, you know. I guess it's probably like the later like Venom storylines, you know. So I wasn't really too familiar with like her character, you know. But apparently her and Eddie Brock have like a relationship going on. And I also noticed like a difference like in the Eddie Brock character too. Kind of like in the comics, if I'm not mistaken, he was like a photojournalist, you know, he took pictures and stuff. Whereas in this particular film, he's actually like an investigative journalist. So I think they kind of like changed it around somewhat, you know. It's still kind of similar to what he did when he was working with the Daily Bugle. And they give shouts out to that too as well. He had like little Easter eggs throughout the film, you know. But I'm not going to spoil it, you know. But apparently they had like a relationship. Then at one point, Eddie is like told by his boss to go investigate like these people dealing with like the symbiotes, you know, but they don't really know about the symbiotes. So there's like aliens and so on, you know. That's kind of hidden, but his boss wants him to actually go and investigate that, you know. And Eddie does go and investigate it, but then something happens and he returns to his boss, and his boss like fires him and fires like the ex-girlfriend, his girlfriend too as well. He actually fires both Eddie and Annie too as well, you know. So I think that was kind of interesting, and that's where it kind of sparks off, like, you know, him going off, you know, like it takes place like it jumps like 6 months later, you know, that he finds out about like this place, you know, foundation, and it is actually run by Carlton Drake, you know, who's played by I think you say Riz Ahmad, I think that's how you pronounce it. He actually is running this place known as the Life Foundation. They are secretly experimenting on the symbiotes, you know. And Eddie, he finds out about this, you know, and it's going into like spoiler territory. He actually makes his way there, and that's when he actually gets infected with the actual symbiote. And you know, this is actually like the Venom version of the symbiote. And the spoiler alert too again. Now the film does kind of take time to actually bring in the Venom character, you know, and I kind of expected that, you know. It kind of takes its time building it up to actually get to see full-fledged Venom, you know. But you do have like other like shouts out to like other symbiotes throughout the film, you know. You got like this, like I said, that lady that was affected with the symbiote at the beginning of the film. She is going around carrying the symbiote, and that's when you actually get to see moments where we see symbiote type action, you know. And I think that's actually one of the symbiotes from out the comics too. Like I think the later version, I forget the name of them, you know. But yeah, of course he gets infected with it, you know, and so on. And then it is revealed that Venom wants him to, you know, I ain't gonna go into all it because they kind of ruin what the film was, you know, about. You know, it's like spoiler territory. If you touch on it too much, it kind of ruins, you know. But overall, I thought the film itself was like pretty good, you know. I say this though, in this particular film, like Venom, like the symbiote itself, it actually wants Eddie Brock's help to actually get back to his planet, you know, so they can bring like back more symbiotes to Earth or something like that. But like I said, by going into it, it's kind of like, you know, it kind of ruins the story, you know, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But like I said, I was surprised that they have fun the film itself was, you know, like the storyline was like interesting, it was better than I thought it would be, you know. I thought like the action scenes, whenever they had them, I thought it was well staged and choreographed, you know. Like I said, like at times like the visuals, even the visuals were actually okay, you know. But at times I thought they could have done better than that. But this is definitely like the Venom I wanted to see, you know. Like they had like in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3 film, you know, that was played by Topher Grace. This Venom, I think, is the one I really would love to see in that particular film. Or I would love to see against Spider-Man. You know, it'd be cool if they could put this kind of Venom in like an actual Spider-Man film. I think that would be awesome, you know, because like the way they do Venom in this film, like the effects and stuff, I think it's awesome. And it looks just how he does like in the comics, you know. Even like the symbiote when it's like oozing and so on and everything, I thought that was kind of cool. Actually seeing that brought to like live action, I think that was awesome. The way they did him, you know, he's like true to how he is like in the comics, you know, the stuff he's saying and stuff. He's not really like bad, but he is doing like stuff that is kind of like bad, you know, which kind of makes him kind of like an anti-hero, almost like a villain to a certain extent, you know, like he's eating people's heads off and stuff. You actually see it, but it's not overly gruesome, you know. So I think that's kind of cool. They kept those kind of things from like the comics, you know. Another thing too, there are some like a bunch of like I say Easter eggs, like cameos and stuff. But there's like a major like I think it's probably one of the best hidden like Easter eggs or scenes I've ever seen like in one of these kind of films like this, you know, because this is not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know. It's actually like separate from that, you know. But I think that's probably like the one they have at the ends. I think it's like probably one of the best I've ever seen, you know. That was like hidden, you know, and it's kind of long, so you actually have to stay and watch all the credits to actually see this particular scene I'm talking about. Now this film is directed by Ruben Fleischer, I think that's how you pronounce it. Like I said again, you have Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, and Riz Ahmed. You know, they are the stars of the film. They play the main roles of the film. Now there's other roles, but I'm not going to touch on all of them, you know. And like I said, overall, I thought this was I would like to see another Venom film. You know, you can tell they're definitely leaving it open for the sequel. And there's like a bunch of like Easter eggs, like references to like other like stuff from like, you know, I guess you could say kind of like not really the Spider-Man world, but yeah, the Spider-Man world, because Venom is, you know, from that Spider-Man universe, you could say, you know. So yeah, they do have like other references, you know, like I ain't gonna touch on the cameos as usual, you know. Of course, you know who that could be, you know. But in like I said, Venom, I thought this was pretty good. It's better than I thought. Cause I was already hearing about the reviews for the film, and I was like, oh yeah, I kind of expected this, you know. But it turns out I thought it was pretty good, you know. I'm saying, I mean, they could have done better. If anything, I felt like the film, it could have been too overly dark at times. It seemed like it did need like some coloring, you know, like some coloring into it. I'm giving this a B minus, and I kind of almost want to give it a B, but like it was stuff in it that was kind of, you know, you couldn't give it that kind of a rating, you know. I mean, that kind of a review, you know, so I had to kind of hit it some way, you know. So I'm aiming at giving this a B minus, and I would definitely recommend it for like fans for like the Venom character or like the Spider-Man, like, you know, character in general, you know. I would definitely recommend it for that crowd, you know, or like Marvel Comics in general, you know. I think they do choose justice to the actual Venom character, definitely himself, you know. And I know a lot of people are probably against like the film itself, you know. I know they're kind of hating on it, like saying like negative things about it, but the actual Venom character itself, I thought they did a pretty good job on it. That's the Venom I would want to see, you know, back like in Spider-Man 3. He was kind of similar to that, you know, but the way they did this one, I think this is how I really would like to see him, especially like in another Spider-Man movie. It would be cool if they can do this kind of particular Venom, you know. But yeah, I'm giving this a B minus. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.